What if I told you that right now on this planet, there are places where one wrong step means instant death, where water can kill you? Fire comes from the ground, and the air itself can slowly destroy your body, and yet every year, people still go there, still test their limits, still risk everything, just to experience what few humans ever see. These are not legends. These are not movies. These are real locations. Places where nature dominates technology, where rescue rarely comes, and where survival depends on luck, discipline and courage. Today you will enter the deadliest places on Earth one by one, and understand why escaping them is almost impossible. What if I told you there is a place on Earth where the sea behaves like a living enemy, where storms are born without warning, and where even modern ships can be destroyed in minutes? At the southern tip of South America lies Cape Horn, where the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans collide, creating one of the most violent marine environments on the planet. And for centuries, sailors have feared this region because here waves do not move in predictable patterns. They crash from every direction at once. Powerful global winds gather speed as they circle the Earth and explode in this narrow passage, forming walls of water higher than buildings and throwing ships violently from side to side until engines fail and hulls crack. The water remains freezing cold year-round, meaning that anyone who falls in immediately loses muscle control as hypothermia shuts down the body, often leading to drowning within minutes. Thousands of ships have vanished here throughout history, leaving behind wreckage and unmarked graves beneath the waves. And even today, advanced navigation systems cannot fully protect vessels from sudden storms and hidden currents. Fog reduces visibility currents, drags ships toward rocks, and icy spray freezes decks, turning every movement into a risk. Survival at Cape Horn depends on experience, discipline, and luck, because in this place, the ocean still decides who lives and who disappears. What if your only way across the Sahara Desert was by sitting on top of an open train under burning sun and freezing nights with no protection at all? In Mauritania, the iron ore train travels hundreds of kilometers between mines and ports, carrying massive loads of minerals and thousands of passengers who ride on uncovered wagons because they cannot afford safer transport. Passengers cling to metal for up to 20 hours, while temperatures exceed 45 degrees during the day and drop sharply at night, causing dehydration, exhaustion, and muscle failure. Sandstorms blind riders, metal surfaces burn skin and falling asleep, risks falling off into empty desert where survival is almost impossible. If someone slips, there is no rescue, no water, and no shelter, and many have died from heatstroke accidents and exposure. Yet people continue to ride because missing work means losing income, and losing income means losing survival. Here, endurance is not a choice, it is a necessity. What if your home floated on polluted water filled with waste disease and chemicals, where clean drinking water was a luxury? Makoko is a floating community in Lagos, Nigeria, built on wooden stilts above a heavily contaminated lagoon, and tens of thousands of people live here surrounded by environmental danger. water contains sewage, industrial waste, and bacteria causing malaria, cholera, typhoid, and skin infections, while medical care remains extremely limited. Homes made of scrap materials are vulnerable to firestorms and collapse, and floods can destroy entire neighborhoods overnight. Children grow up swimming in polluted water, and many suffer chronic illness before reaching adulthood, while parents struggle daily to protect their families. Survival in Makoko is not about adventure. It is about resisting sickness, poverty, and pollution every single day. Here, danger is invisible and constant. What if going to work meant standing on the roof of a speeding train while dodging bridges, wires, and sudden stops? In Dhaka, Bangladesh, overcrowding forces thousands of commuters to ride on top of trains or cling to doors because there is no space inside. People balance on narrow metal surfaces, while trains move at high speed, and one slip, one break, or one obstacle can send them under wheels or into structures. Many are crushed, many are electrocuted, and many fall to their deaths every year. Rain during monsoon season makes surfaces slippery, and rescue is rarely possible because trains cannot stop quickly. Yet people continue because losing a job means losing food and shelter. Here, survival means accepting danger as part of daily life. What if climbing a mountain meant accepting that there is a real chance you will never return, and that your body could remain there forever as a frozen warning to others? K2 rises more than 8,600 meters into the sky on the border of Pakistan and China, and is widely considered the most dangerous major mountain on Earth because of its extreme weather, steep slopes, and unpredictable avalanches. Temperatures drop below -40 degrees, winds reach hurricane speed, and oxygen levels become so low that the human brain begins to malfunction, causing confusion, poor judgment, and loss of coordination. Climbers must cross narrow ridges, unstable ice walls, and deep crevasses, where one misstep means falling thousands of meters into nothingness. And rescue is almost impossible because helicopters cannot reach most areas. At high altitude, lungs fill with fluid, brains swell, fingers and toes freeze, and bodies slowly shut down, while exhaustion makes even simple movements dangerous. Many climbers die just meters from the summit because their bodies fail at the final stage, and their remains stay on the mountain marking routes with silent reminders of past failures. Survival on K2 requires elite skill, extreme discipline, and acceptance that nature always has the final decision. What if stepping near water meant risking an ambush from one of the most powerful predators on Earth without any warning? The Adelaide River in northern Australia is home to one of the largest populations of saltwater crocodiles in the world, and these animals are fast, intelligent, and perfectly adapted for killing. Some grow over 6 meters long and can launch themselves from water with explosive force, grabbing victims and dragging them underwater before they can react. Once captured, the crocodile performs a death roll, spinning violently until bones break and lungs fill with water, making escape nearly impossible. Swimming here is extremely dangerous. Fishing is risky, and even boats are sometimes attacked because crocodiles mistake movement for prey. Many fatal attacks have occurred when people underestimated the danger or ignored safety warnings. Survival near the Adelaide River depends on constant awareness, strict discipline, and deep respect for predators that dominate their environment. What if the road you travelled was carved into a vertical cliff with no guardrails and drops so deep that falling meant instant death? Guoliang Tunnel Road in China was carved by hand through solid rock by villagers who were once completely isolated from the outside world. The tunnel is narrow, uneven, and filled with sharp turns, while open windows in the rock reveal sheer drops thousands of meters below. Two vehicles often cannot pass safely, and one must reverse dangerously close to the edge, while fog, rain, and ice make surfaces slippery. Rockfalls occur without warning, and mechanical failure can turn into a disaster because stopping safely is difficult. Tourists often panic halfway through, while locals rely on memory and experience to survive daily travel. Survival on this road requires calm nerves, precise control, and total concentration, because the mountain allows no mistakes. What if surviving a shipwreck only meant facing a second death on land, where water is absent and rescue never comes? The skeleton coast of Namibia combines violent seas, dense fog, cold currents, and lifeless desert, creating one of the most hostile coastlines on Earth. Ships are trapped by strong currents and smashed against hidden rocks, while fog prevents navigation, and escape-wrecked vessels line the shore as rusting skeletons, warning future travelers of what awaits. Survivors who reach land face dehydration, starvation, and exposure because fresh water is almost non-existent and temperatures change dramatically between day and night. Predators roam the area, and weak travelers quickly lose strength, making long-distance escape nearly impossible. Historically, many sailors who wrecked here died within days, and even today rescue remains extremely difficult. Survival on the Skeleton Coast depends on extraordinary luck and immediate rescue because nature offers almost no second chances. What if the most dangerous thing around you had no smell, no color, no sound, and no warning, and by the time you realized it was there, it was already inside your body, changing your cells and shortening your life? In March 2011, a massive earthquake and tsunami struck Japan and caused the Fukushima Daiichi nuclear power plant to lose power and cooling systems, leading to reactor meltdowns and the release of radioactive material into the environment. Unlike fire or explosions, radiation is invisible, which means people can walk through contaminated areas without realizing that their DNA is being damaged silently through air, food, and water. High exposure destroys cells, weakens organs, and increases cancer risk, while long-term exposure causes genetic damage that may not appear for years, making survival here a slow, invisible battle. Entire towns were abandoned overnight, leaving behind empty schools, hospitals, and homes frozen in time, while radioactive particles settled into soil forests and rivers. Workers who enter today wear heavy protective suits and carry radiation monitors, yet still face serious health risks and strict time limits because prolonged exposure is dangerous. Some zones will remain uninhabitable for decades, meaning families lost their homes forever. Survival near Fukushima depends on strict control discipline and understanding that danger here cannot be seen or felt until it is too late. What if the only road to paradise was so dangerous that one small mistake could send you falling thousands of meters into empty space? Fairy Meadows Road in northern Pakistan leads to the base of Nanga Parbat, one of the world's most dangerous mountains, and is considered one of the deadliest mountain roads on Earth. The road is extremely narrow, carved into unstable rock, with no guardrails, no safety barriers, and almost no room for vehicles to pass. Below lies a vertical drop, where falling means instant death and no possibility of rescue. Rain loosens stones, fog hides curves, and snow turns the surface into ice, while landslides regularly block sections without warning. Drivers must remain focused for hours, gripping the steering wheel tightly, while passengers sit in silence, aware that one wrong move could end everything. Mechanical failure here is often fatal because stopping safely is nearly impossible. Survival on Fairy Meadows Road depends on experience, calmness, vehicle condition, and luck, because fear and hesitation are punished immediately. What if getting lost meant facing poisonous animals, deadly insects, dangerous diseases, and rivers without rescue in a place so vast that people disappear forever? The Amazon rainforest covers millions of square kilometers and is one of the most dangerous environments on Earth for anyone who enters without deep knowledge and preparation. It is home to venomous snakes, spiders, frogs, and insects capable of killing within minutes, while mosquitoes spread malaria, dengue, and other deadly diseases. Heat and humidity drain energy quickly, causing dehydration, exhaustion, and heat stroke, while wounds become infected rapidly due to bacteria in the environment. Dense vegetation blocks movement and hides predators, making navigation extremely difficult, as GPS often fails under thick canopy. Many explorers, loggers, and travelers who became lost here were never found because their bodies were absorbed by the ecosystem within weeks. Rivers contain strong currents, caimans, and parasites, adding more danger to already extreme conditions. Survival in the Amazon requires expert tracking skills, botanical knowledge, and constant awareness, because the jungle does not forgive ignorance. Here, nature does not attack suddenly. It slowly wears you down until nothing is left. What if your only road home crossed a mountain pass where avalanches, blizzards, and landslides could trap you for days or bury you alive without warning? Zojila Pass connects Kashmir to Ladakh in northern India and sits at high altitude in one of the most unstable mountain regions in the world. The road is narrow, uneven, and exposed to steep cliffs, while snowstorms regularly reduce visibility to zero and turn the surface into solid ice. During winter, engines fail, fuel thickens, and travelers suffer frostbite, hypothermia, and altitude sickness, while rescue teams struggle to reach stranded vehicles. Avalanches are common, sending massive walls of snow down slopes and burying cars, buses, and soldiers within seconds. Landslides triggered by rain or melting snow frequently destroy sections of the road, trapping people between broken segments. Many fatal accidents occur every year because one mechanical failure, one wrong turn, or one sudden storm can turn a normal journey into a disaster. Survival at Zoji. La depends on timing, weather awareness, vehicle, reliability, and discipline, because the mountains decide who passes and who does not. What if every curve you drove brought you closer to a vertical drop with no guardrails, no safety zones, and no second chances? The D915 road in northeastern Turkey connects Bayburt to the Black Sea coast and is considered one of the most dangerous mountain roads in the world because it clings to steep cliffs using dozens of sharp, unprotected switchbacks. In many places, the road is unpaved, narrow, and unstable, meaning that two vehicles cannot pass safely and one must reverse dangerously close to the edge, while loose gravel and mud reduce traction. Fog frequently covers the mountains, hiding curves and drops, while rain loosens soil, and snow turns the road into a slippery death trap. Mechanical failure here is extremely dangerous because stopping safely is difficult, and roadside assistance is often unavailable in remote areas. Drivers must concentrate constantly for hours because fatigue, hesitation, or panic can lead to fatal mistakes. Many accidents occur when visitors underestimate the terrain and lose control under pressure. Survival on the D915 depends on calmness, experience, vehicle reliability, and mental strength, because fear alone can cause disaster. What if the ground burned your feet, the air poisoned your lungs, and the heat alone could kill you without any other threat? The Danakil Depression in Ethiopia is one of the hottest and most hostile places on Earth, located below sea level in a region where tectonic plates pull apart, creating volcanoes, acid pools, and toxic gas vents. Temperatures regularly exceed 50 degrees Celsius, making prolonged exposure dangerous because the human body cannot cool itself effectively, leading to heat stroke, organ failure, and collapse. Dehydration happens rapidly, sweat evaporates instantly, and electrolytes are lost faster than they can be replaced. Sulfur gases cause dizziness, breathing problems, and chemical burns, while acidic pools destroy skin and tissue on contact. The ground is unstable in many areas, meaning one wrong step can break through thin crust into boiling liquid. Equipment fails, batteries overheat, and vehicles struggle, leaving travelers stranded far from help. Only highly experienced guides and local Afar people can navigate this landscape safely. In Danakil, survival is not about comfort or endurance. It is about enduring an environment that seems designed to reject human life. What if every breath froze your lungs, every mistake meant death, and rescue might never come because you were too far from civilization? Arctic expeditions near the Arctic Ocean expose humans to extreme cold isolation, shifting ice, and unpredictable storms, creating one of the most dangerous environments on Earth. Temperatures fall below -40 degrees, causing frostbite within minutes, while strong winds increase heat loss and drain energy rapidly. Ice constantly cracks and drifts, meaning safe routes can disappear overnight, leaving explorers stranded on floating platforms that break apart without warning. Whiteout conditions erase all visual reference, making navigation almost impossible and causing people to walk in circles until exhaustion takes over. Equipment failure is catastrophic because batteries die, fuel thickens, and heating systems stop working. Food supplies are limited, water must be melted from ice, and every calorie burned reduces survival chances. Polar bears add another danger because they are powerful predators that sometimes see humans as prey. Rescue operations are extremely difficult and often delayed by weather, meaning help may arrive too late. Survival in the Arctic depends on perfect preparation, teamwork, discipline, and respect for an environment that allows no improvisation. One mistake here is usually the last. What if the road you were traveling on could disappear at any moment under falling rocks, collapsing cliffs, and sudden floods, with no way to predict when the mountain would decide to strike? Taroko Gorge in eastern Taiwan is a dramatic canyon carved from marble by powerful rivers and earthquakes, creating towering walls, narrow tunnels, and roads that cling tightly to steep cliffs. Although the scenery appears peaceful, the entire gorge is constantly shifting because Taiwan sits on active tectonic plates and is regularly struck by earthquakes, typhoons, and heavy rainfall that weaken rock formations. Boulders the size of cars fall without warning, smashing vehicles, blocking tunnels, and killing travelers instantly, while flash floods rush through narrow valleys, turning calm streams into violent torrents. Drivers must navigate blind corners, dark tunnels, and sheer drops with little room for error, while tour buses, cyclists, and trucks share the same narrow space. During typhoon season, entire sections of road can vanish overnight, trapping visitors between landslides and flooded rivers with limited food, water, or communication. Rescue operations are extremely difficult because helicopters struggle in narrow spaces and ground crews face unstable terrain. Survival in Taroko Gorge depends on timing, weather awareness, constant focus, and acceptance that human engineering here is always temporary. What if walking through a silent, abandoned city meant exposing your body to radiation that could slowly destroy your organs years after you left? In 1986, a nuclear reactor exploded in Chernobyl, releasing massive amounts of radioactive material across Ukraine and Europe, forcing entire communities to evacuate and leaving behind empty towns frozen in time. Radiation cannot be seen, smelled, or felt, which makes it especially dangerous. because people can move through contaminated areas without realizing that radioactive particles are entering their bodies through air, food, and water. Long-term exposure damages DNA, weakens immune systems, increases cancer risk, and causes organ failure, making survival here a slow, invisible battle. Some zones contain radioactive hotspots that can deliver dangerous doses within minutes, while contaminated objects transfer particles directly to skin and clothing. Workers who maintain the area wear protective suits and carry radiation monitors, yet still face serious health risks. Illegal explorers who enter without protection risk irreversible damage for photographs and videos. Survival in Chernobyl depends on strict discipline, limited exposure, and understanding that danger here remains long after the explosion ended. What if the highway you depended on crossed landslides, glaciers, earthquakes, and some of the highest mountains on Earth, where every kilometer could become your last? The Karakoram Highway connects Pakistan and China through the Karakoram Range and is considered one of the highest paved international roads in the world. This region is shaped by constant tectonic activity, meaning earthquakes frequently trigger rockfalls and landslides that bury vehicles without warning. Glaciers creep toward the road, crushing pavement, while melting ice creates sudden floods that wash away bridges and trap travelers between broken sections. Weather changes rapidly as clear skies become snowstorms or heavy rain within minutes, reducing visibility and traction. Altitude sickness affects many drivers, causing dizziness, confusion, and slow reaction times, which increases accident risk on narrow, winding roads. Rescue is difficult because communication signals are weak and many sections are far from towns and hospitals. Thousands of workers died building this highway, earning it the nickname the Road of Death. Survival on the Karakoram Highway requires patience, mechanical reliability, and constant respect for the mountains. What if stepping outside for 5 minutes could freeze your skin, damage your lungs, and make survival itself a daily struggle? Yakutsk in eastern Siberia is the coldest major city on Earth, where winter temperatures regularly drop below -50 degrees Celsius. At these temperatures, exposed skin freezes within seconds, metal becomes brittle, engines stop and batteries die, making everyday life extremely dangerous. Cars must run constantly, water pipes freeze, and buildings crack as frozen ground shifts beneath foundations. Breathing icy air can injure lung tissue, while frostbite often leads to permanent damage or amputation. Children attend school in extreme cold, adults work outdoors in layers of specialized clothing, and every activity requires careful planning. Food, electronics, and machinery fail easily, while isolation and months of darkness cause psychological stress and depression. Despite these conditions, thousands of people live here, permanently adapting through disciplined preparation and strong community support. Survival in Yakutsk is a constant battle against temperature, where nature controls every aspect of life. What if the sea suddenly rose in front of you, like a moving skyscraper rushing toward you with enough force to crush boats? break bones and pull even the strongest swimmer into darkness. On the coast of Portugal lies Nazaré, a small fishing town that sits beside one of the most powerful underwater canyons on Earth. And this canyon funnels ocean energy into massive waves that can rise higher than 30 meters, making them some of the largest ever recorded. These waves move at incredible speed, carrying enormous pressure that can snap surfboards in half-flip jet skis and slam human bodies into the water with violent force that causes broken ribs, concussions, and internal injuries. When a wave crashes, it fills the water with bubbles and foam, making it impossible to breathe or see, while powerful currents drag victims deep underwater, where panic and oxygen loss quickly lead to unconsciousness. Even professional surfers who train for years in breath control rescue techniques and emergency response have been seriously injured or killed here because one miscalculation, one equipment failure, or one mistimed turn can trap them beneath multiple waves in succession. Fishermen and sailors also fear these waters because sudden swells during storms can overturn vessels without warning, leaving crews little chance of survival. Cold temperatures weaken muscles, panic drains oxygen, and rescue teams often struggle to reach victims in time. Survival at Nazaré depends on discipline, experience, teamwork, and deep respect for an ocean that can turn deadly in seconds. What if falling into a river meant being burned so badly that survival became almost impossible within seconds? Deep in the Peruvian Amazon lies the boiling river, a rare geothermal phenomenon where underground heat raises water temperatures close to boiling without nearby volcanoes, creating one of the most dangerous freshwater environments on Earth. The river is hot enough to cause severe burns almost instantly, and animals that fall in are often cooked alive as their organs fail and skin peels from extreme heat. Unlike hot springs that are small and isolated, this river stretches for several kilometers, making it difficult to avoid and dangerous because parts of it appear calm and harmless on the surface. Steam rises from the water, creating humid conditions that weaken the body while surrounding jungle limits, escape routes, and increases infection risk if injuries occur. Researchers must wear protective equipment and constantly monitor temperatures because accidental contact can lead to permanent damage or death, and medical help is extremely far away. Local communities pass down knowledge about safe zones and dangerous areas, because survival depends on understanding where heat concentrates. The boiling river proves that even water, one of the most familiar elements on Earth, can become a deadly weapon under the right conditions. What if the river you were traveling on had currents so powerful that once you entered them, you would never return to the surface? The Congo River is one of the deepest and strongest rivers in the world, flowing through Central Africa, with massive volumes of water moving at extreme speed through narrow gorges and rocky channels. In certain sections, underwater whirlpools and vertical currents pull people downward with enormous force, making escape nearly impossible even for strong swimmers. Boats regularly capsize due to hidden rocks, sudden waves, and shifting water pressure, and when accidents happen, victims are often swept away within seconds. The river is also home to crocodiles, hippos and parasites that spread deadly diseases, making even reaching the water's edge dangerous. Navigation is difficult because fog storms and dense vegetation limit visibility, while GPS signals are unreliable in remote regions. Medical help is often days away, meaning injuries and infections quickly become fatal. Thousands have died here through drowning shipwrecks and disease, making the Congo one of the most lethal rivers on Earth. Survival depends on experience, local knowledge, and respect for currents that behave like moving mountains. What if every drive required traveling along a narrow mountain road where fog hides deadly drops and one small mistake sends you into empty space? Lingpaishi Road in Chongqing, China, winds through steep mountainous terrain where cliffs, deep valleys, and unstable rock formations create one of the most dangerous driving environments in the region. The road is narrow, uneven, and often damaged by rain, landslides, and erosion, leaving drivers with little room to maneuver and no safety barriers. Dense fog frequently covers the mountains, reducing visibility to only a few meters and making it impossible to see oncoming vehicles, animals, or broken pavement in time to react. During rainy seasons, water flows across the road, turning surfaces slippery, while falling rocks regularly strike vehicles without warning. Mechanical failure is extremely dangerous because stopping on steep slopes risks rolling backward or slipping over the edge. Local drivers memorize every curve and slope, while visitors often panic when confronted with the terrain. Accidents are frequently fatal because vehicles plunge into deep valleys where rescue is slow and difficult. Survival on Lingpaishi Road requires patience, technical skill, and constant alertness in an environment where fear can become deadly. What if every kilometer you drove forced you into another sharp turn, another steep climb, and another moment where one small mistake could send you into a frozen valley far below, with no chance of rescue? Los Caracoles on Route 60 is a dramatic mountain pass in the Andes connecting Chile and Argentina, made up of dozens of tight hairpin bends stacked one above another like a staircase carved into rock and ice. Each curve is narrow, steep, and exposed with limited guardrails and massive drops that punish even the smallest steering error, while trucks, buses, and tourist vehicles struggle to maintain control on thin mountain air and steep gradients. Weather changes without warning, as clear skies can suddenly become blizzards. Heavy rain or dense fog, reducing visibility to almost nothing, and turning the road into a slippery trap. Snow and ice build up on shaded sections, overheating brakes lose power, and engines strain under altitude pressure, making mechanical failure a constant threat. Drivers must focus for hours without rest because fatigue slows reactions and hesitation can be fatal on roads where there is no space to recover from mistakes. Accidents often block the entire route, leaving travelers stranded in freezing conditions with limited supplies. Survival on Los Caracoles depends on preparation, experience, weather awareness, and emotional control, because the mountain never gives second chances. What if swimming meant entering the hunting ground of the ocean's most powerful predator? Shark Alley in South Africa is home to large numbers of great white sharks that hunt seals using speed and surprise. They can strike from below with explosive force capable of killing in one bite. Divers use metal cages, yet sharks still ram and bite them violently. Cold water panic and blood loss make rescue difficult. One mistake ends everything. What if the only way forward was across a frozen bridge above icy water that could kill you in minutes? Kandinsky Bridge in Russia becomes extremely dangerous in winter when ice and wind remove all traction. Kandinsky Bridge in Russia becomes extremely dangerous in winter when ice and wind remove all traction. Falling means instant hypothermia and almost no chance of rescue. Drivers must cross slowly with perfect control. One mistake ends everything. What if an island's pass was so violent that even visiting it felt dangerous? Poveglia near Venice was once used to isolate plague victims and later as a mental hospital. Thousands died here, and many were buried or burned on the island. Today buildings are collapsing, floors are unstable and access is restricted. Accidents can easily become fatal due to isolation. Here danger comes from decay and forgotten history. What if every kilometre you travelled was marked by crosses for people who made one small mistake and never came back? Yungas Road in Bolivia clings to steep jungle cliffs with loose gravel, thick fog, and drops of hundreds of metres with no guardrails. Two vehicles can barely pass, and one must reverse dangerously close to the edge. Rain turns the road into mud. Waterfalls run across the surface, and landslides strike without warning. For decades, hundreds died here every year, and many wrecks were never recovered. Even today, adventurers still risk their lives on this road. Here, hesitation means death. What if the most dangerous place you visited looked calm, colourful and harmless? The Poison Garden in England contains some of the deadliest plants on Earth, including deadly nightshade, hemlock and castor beans. These plants produce toxins that can cause paralysis, heart failure and respiratory collapse in tiny doses. Some release poisonous fumes and others burn skin on contact. Visitors are warned not to touch or smell anything because even small mistakes can send them to hospital. Here danger hides behind beauty. What if climbing a staircase meant risking a fall so deep that rescue might never reach you? The haiku. Stairs in Hawaii rise nearly 4,000 steps along sharp mountain ridges above clouds and cliffs. Rust, slippery metal, strong winds and sudden fog make every step dangerous. Falling means plunging into jungle or rock where survival is unlikely. Despite being illegal, thousands still climb for photos and views. Rescue teams regularly risk their lives to save exhausted hikers. Here, one slip can erase everything.